Hey there, and welcome to Study and Prepare with me. I am your guide, and I am so excited you are here. Whether you are a student aiming for top grades, someone preparing for an important exam, or just curious about learning something new, you have come to the right place. On this channel, you will find general knowledge, current affairs, reasoning, English, etc. My goal is to help you study smarter, not harder, so you can achieve your academic goals and still have times for the things you love. Let's dive into today's lesson and start mastering those concepts together. Privileges of Parliament. The privileges enjoyed by the members individually are freedom from arrest, exempts a member from arrest during the continuance of a meeting of the House or committee thereof of which is he is a member and during a period of 40 days before and after such meeting or sitting. This immunity is confined to arrest in civil cases and not in criminal cases or under the law of preventive detention. A member cannot be summoned without the leave of the House to give evidence as a witness while Parliament is in session. There is freedom of speech within the walls of each House. Money bills and financial bills. A bill is called money bill if it contains only provisions dealing with all or any of the following matters: the imposition, abolition, remission, alteration, or regulation of any tax, the regulation of the borrowing of money by the government, the custody of or the withdrawal of monies from the Consolidated Fund of India, the appropriation of monies out of the Consolidated Fund of India, the declaring of any expenditure to expenditure charged on the Consolidated Fund of India, the received money on account of the Consolidated Fund of India or the public accounts of India, or the custody or issue of such money or the audit of the account of the Union or of a state. A money bill cannot be introduced in Rajya Sabha. After a money bill has been passed by Lok Sabha, it is transmitted to the Rajya Sabha with the Speaker's certificate that it is a money bill. The Rajya Sabha can neither reject a money bill nor amend it. It must, within a period of 14 days from the date of receipt of the bill, return the bill to the Lok Sabha with its recommendations. Lok Sabha may accept or reject all or any of the recommendations of the Rajya Sabha. It is up to Lok Sabha to accept or reject the recommendations of the Rajya Sabha. If the Lok Sabha accepts any of the recommendations, the money bill is deemed to have been passed by both House with Lok Sabha. If a money bill is not returned by the Rajya Sabha within 14 days, it shall be deemed to have been passed by both houses in form in which it was passed by the Lok Sabha. Only those financial bills or money bills which bear the certificate of the Speaker as much. Financial bill which do not receive the Speaker's certificate are two classes: a bill which contains any of the matters specified in Article 110 but does not consist solely of those matters. It can be introduced in Lok Sabha only on the recommendations of President. Rajya Sabha can amend or reject such bills. Any ordinary bill which contains provisions involving expenditures from the Consolidated Fund joint section. The President can summon Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha for a joint sitting in case of disagreement between the two houses in following ways. If after a bill has been passed by one house and transmitted to the other house, the bill is rejected by the other house, the house has have finally disagree about the amendment to be made in the bill. More than 6 months have lapsed from the date of the reception of the bill by the other house without the bill being passed by it. The Speaker presides the joint sitting. In the absence of the Speaker, Deputy Speaker, or Chairman of Rajya Sabha, or Deputy Chairman of Rajya Sabha, or a person chosen by the MPs may preside in same order. So far, joint sittings have been held thrice in the history of the Indian Parliament: 1960, 1977, and 2002. Extent of the powers of Rajya Sabha. Though the Rajya Sabha can discuss, it cannot vote for public expenditures, and demand for grants are not submitted for the vote of the Rajya Sabha. The Council of Ministers is responsible to Lok Sabha and not to the Rajya Sabha. Parliament can legislate on a state subject only if Rajya Sabha resolves for this by a two-third majority. New All India services can be created only after Rajya Sabha resolves for for this with a two-third majority. Financial legislation in Parliament. At the beginning of every financial year, on behalf of the President of India, a statement of the estimated receipts and expenditures of the Government of India for that year is laid before both the Houses of Parliament. This is known as the annual financial statement. No demand for a grant can be made except on the recommendations of the President. The scrutiny of budget proposals is done by Parliament's Committee on Estimates. The Comptroller and Auditor General is the guardian of the public fund, and it is his function to see that not a paisa is spent without the authority of Parliament. The report of the Comptroller and Auditor General laid before the Parliament is examined by the Public Accounts Committee. Difference between powers of Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. A money bill can be introduced only in Lok Sabha, not in Rajya Sabha. The Speaker of Lok Sabha presides over the joint sitting of the both houses of the Parliament. A resolution for the discontinuance of the national emergency can be passed only by the Lok Sabha and not by the Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha cannot remove the Council of Ministers by passing a no confidence motion. Leader of the opposition. Government has been statutory recognition to the leaders of the opposition in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. For the first time, Y.B. Chavan of the Congress was given the official status of leader of the opposition in Lok Sabha with the rank of a cabinet minister. That's it for today's lesson. I hope you found it helpful. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone else who might benefit. And if you have not already hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on new tips and tutorials. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.